Hello, welcome back to another episode of Muses podcast. I'm your host Gungu Mildred, and I'm so happy that you've joined me on another amazing episode. This Saturday, I'm just going to talk about me taking a break from the podcast, because on the 16th of this month we celebrated 1 year of Mimi's Muses podcast, and I was like, I've never taken a break from this thing since I started. I know people usually take breaks even after 2-3 years when they've had, they've already started monetizing their channels, they have like 1 million subscribers, or like more than 500k and all of that. But I was like, I just need a little break from the recording and the editing. It doesn't mean that I won't be recording like at all, because I know there are a couple of things I'm planning, and it's December. So if I have to meet like my friends to record something, this is the time to. If I have to meet like family and I want to record a session, this is the time to, and all of those things. So as I said on the episode for the anniversary, I was like, I want to meet up with a couple of people to try and record some episodes with them, so that the next, going forward, it can be more exciting and stuff. Some of them I'll be by myself, but I'm going to try, and this second year, like, really be with some people, just talking about life and stuff. So I'll be trying to do that in December. I also want to go back to writing. I know I said that in September, but I really want to go back to doing it. Lately, I've been having all these stories coming to my mind, and I was thinking, yeah, maybe I should just get a month and maybe like use 2 hours per day or more to write something every single day. Just give myself, I have to force myself like to write something like for 2 hours every single day, no matter what it is. Even if it's just poetry, or if it's just like a short story, whatever it is, I need to write it and post it on my blog, because that blog has been dormant for such a long time. I don't even know if I remember the password. Hopefully it's saved up on my Google, so it won't be a problem, because my phone died, and it's the one that had the app for the blog, so it was easier to get it through there. But I hope that it's saved up on my Google, and if it's not, I can always like do that entire thing of forgot password, and then you do that entire thing of getting a new one. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. So yeah, taking a break. I want to take a break just for a month. So there will not be any episodes in the month of December. Neither on Wednesday nor on Saturday. There will not be any episodes the whole of December. Like, I'm so sad, like, we are stopping on episode 53, because I do not like are these called odd numbers? I don't like them. Like 3, 5. Okay, 5, I don't mind 5. I don't mind 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, like that. But I mind like number 1, number 3, number 7, like number 9, like 21, 23, 27, 29. I don't like them. But, I was like, I can't do another one, so that I can stop like at 54, episode 54. So I was like, yeah, I'll stop it at this. Go for a break for the entire December, and then the next episode that will be coming back on will be on the 3rd of January, which will be basically like a happy new year. Maybe I'll talk about the month of December, what I was up to, and the Christmas season, and wish you a happy new year. If we'll cross over, like, because you don't know, we say like, I'll talk to you in January, but we have to remember to say inshallah, because you don't know, like, none of us knows if we'll get there or not. But yeah, that will be the next time there'll be another episode, and that will be episode 54. And then from 7th January, that will be on a Wednesday, we'll start with the movies again, a Kenyan movie, maybe Plan B, or if I manage to get the money that I need to get Makosa Ni Yangu by akina Mkurugenzi, maybe that will start the new year for us. So we'll see. I'll see which one will be the first one to watch on the 7th of January. But on the 3rd, that's when I'll be coming back, and I'll be talking about, as I said, the whole month of December, what transpired then, wishing you a happy new year, and all of that, resolutions that people make that never come true. Like, I didn't make any resolutions this year, honestly. I was like, I'll live according to what God throws at me. I was like, God, whatever you bring my way, I'll take it. and I'll go with it. I'll run with it. I did not make any resolutions. Because usually I make resolutions and none of them, and I mean none of them ever work. Last year I had made, a resolution to lose weight, nothing. I tried to exercise. I will do it like once, twice. I would walk around, trying to exercise every day, but then I would just give up within a couple of days. Because my thing would be, let me not talk about that. I don't want to start crying. So this year I decided I'm not going to do any resolutions or anything like that. I'm not going to give myself like a limit to do anything. I was like, I'll lose weight when the time comes. I know I want to lose weight, and I know there'll come a time when I will do it. But in the meantime, I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to put limits on myself and say like, oh yeah, I am going to exercise and do this by this and this time. So I was like, no. And all the other things, like looking for work is a thing I have to do anyway. So I do that. That is not supposed to be about a resolution. And getting a job, that's not on my side. It's like God is the one who's going to decide at this moment, because all the jobs that I've applied for and nothing. So it's not on me anymore. It's God who's going to decide. I started a business which is not doing so well still, because we're still starting. And the people who used to buy mostly from me were kids who are going to school, and then they closed schools. And so, that also just stalled sort of, but I'm still working on it. So I pray to God that with the new year, things are going to open up, because, hey, I let this year be controlled by God. I was just like, I'm leaving it in your hands, Jehovah. But then still, but I won't say that things haven't happened anyway. A couple of things have happened that are good. I've seen my friends come through for me in very miraculous ways, like in very, very beautiful and I don't know what to say, like in just beautiful, beautiful ways. And I'm very, very appreciative. They've held my hand, they've prayed with me, they've prayed for me, they've done all of these things that I will never be able to, just thank them enough for. But I'm really, really grateful. And some of my family members, of course, they have also held my hand, because imagine being jobless for 3 years. Do you know how much grace from God and how much grace from people and just love and patience and perseverance they need to have with you? Because it's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm not going to sit here and say like, it was just me. I have to give credit where credit is due. So my friends have been there for me, like you can't believe. My grandmother, like that woman, may God continue blessing her and giving her more life. And all like the other family members, well, I say all, but it's just like three who have held my hand and assisted me in one way or another. I mean, I'm super, super grateful. The ones who can't, like, help me financially, but they call just to check up on me and they text to check up on me. Thank you so much. Like this year, I just dedicate it to you guys, and I say, may God bless you and give you everything I've ever given me. May He give it to you 10 times more, 1,000 times more, because it's not easy to just decide to help somebody without expecting anything in return. It's not easy for somebody to just sit and be like, this girl, I've been thinking about her and how much she's struggling, and decide, you know what, I'm going to be that person that helps her. Like, you don't have to leave a huge legacy in this life. But if on the day that you die, you are lying there in your bed and your heart is clean, and you think to yourself that I've helped as many people as I could, dear God. With whatever you gave me, I've lent my heart, my hand, my mind to help people. I think you will die at peace and you'll be okay. And nobody can fault you for it even. Like, people will be speaking well of you. That's not the thing that you should be aiming for. Like, I want people to praise me on my dying bed or my deathbed, or, on my grave, to be screaming and saying, oh, when am I going? No, that should not be the thing that you aspire to. But if it happens, I think there's no greater feeling than that. Just being a good human being and helping the people around you without expecting anything in return, and without talking about them behind their backs to people and telling people how much you've helped this person. Because there are people who do that as well. You cannot, like, even the Bible says, I think, because I usually quote things from the Bible and somebody tells me that's nowhere in the Bible. But it's because you're accustomed to saying, oh, God says this. And a pastor from my church asked me, like, where, in what verse? I don't remember what I was talking about, but I think a pastor told me that from my church just earlier this year. And I was like, okay. So it's not in the Bible. And then I read somewhere else that somebody also was saying something that, like, quoting it as if it's in the Bible. And they were like, yeah, that's not nowhere in the Bible. But it's a common thing that we usually tell other people. So, like, when you are giving, like, sadaka, whatever your right hand is giving, your left hand should not see, or something like that, right? So I don't know if it's in the Bible or if it's not, but if it is, then yeah, I'm quoting it from the Bible. So, like, whatever your right hand is giving, your left hand should not see. And but this person, they will give you and tell everybody who can hear that yes, I gave so and so because they did not have. I gave them because they came borrowing, as if I'm the one who's supposed to be giving. And you're like, really? If you're giving, just give and keep quiet. If you don't want to give, I'd rather you don't give instead of giving and then just talking about it everywhere. But usually the advice is usually like, as long as they have given, you let them talk and say whatever. But you know, those words hurt, especially if it's somebody who has never suffered through what you're suffering through. It's just wrong. Josh Johnson, during his latest comedy, I don't remember which week it was, like the week that ended with the 15th being the Saturday when I'm recording this, that Wednesday. So he said something like, he said that the worst people on earth are the people who have never been through any problem. They have grown up privileged and they've never experienced any real bad thing in their lives. So the moment they experience it as an adult, the first time they experience any problem, they do not know how to handle it. And if they're with somebody who has experienced a lot of shit like I have, then they do not know how to behave. Because this one person who has experienced problems knows how to resolve a couple of things, how to navigate a couple of things. But this person who has never experienced anything bad, like the way they'll behave with that entire situation, it will just be off. And he said that they are the worst people on earth. Because even the words they'll be using will be just be bad. Like I had this friend that she used to be like, whenever I'll complain about something that I've experienced, any traumatic experience I've had in my life, she would go like, but it's in the past. You have to forget about it. You have to move on from it. And I would look at her and be like, you are so privileged because you have never experienced what I've experienced. It's easier for you to say, like, stop looking to to the past. Like, just look ahead of you. Think about now. Think about the future. Forget about the past. It's not easy to forget about the past, especially when you're living a life where you can see like some patterns from your past still coming around, and they're still so fresh. Like when everything around you reminds you of something that happened in the past, it's not easy to just forget. You can decide to, forgiving is easy. I usually say forgiving is easy. You ask me for forgiveness, I'll forgive you. But forgetting about what you did, that's a different thing. That's a whole different story, and it's not that easy to do. So, I don't know. Like, just thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, it's true. It's easier for somebody who's never been in your shoes to tell you to speak ill of you, or to tell you to forget about the past, or to tell you, just something that you're not expecting to hear. There's somebody I saw on Instagram, she was saying, like, when you have lost somebody, the one thing you do not want to hear is somebody telling you, like, don't worry, it was God's plan, or, they're in a better place, or stuff like that, or they wouldn't want to see you sad like this. And she was like, who said that? Who told you that? Like, how do you know they would have thought about that? In a better place? You mean a better place than here with me? Somebody that loves them. You mean they're in a better place than here with me? Being in love with me, loving me loving them. What other better place is there? It was God's plan, really? For me to suffer like this and all of those things? And I understood her. I was like, there are things we tell each other and we say, it's God's plan, it's this and that, and all of those things. And they are meant to console us, but they aren't consoling. When somebody tells me that don't worry, siku moja everything will make sense, I'm like, when is that day going to come? Because I'm living through the moments right now. I'm struggling right now. I have to put myself down every other week to ask for help from people so that I can do ABCD for myself. And those moments are never good. I'll put myself high, I'll raise my head and be like, whatever they decide, it's okay. But I hate it. And you cannot convince me that God is allowing me to go through those moments of embarrassment and putting myself down and all of these things because he has a plan. Like I understand. I believe he's faithful. I believe he's there, and I believe he can do the best things for everybody. But sometimes these things that people try to tell you to convince you that everything is going to be okay, sometimes they're the worst things that you do not want to hear. And this year has been tough. I won't lie, it has been tough. It has been very, very hard. But I've persevered and I've moved on and I've held on to my faith, and I've prayed for even my enemies, or rather I don't have enemies, but the people who consider me as an enemy because I know them. I've prayed for them. I've prayed for blessings upon their lives. I've prayed that they leave me alone. But it's not easy, man. It's not easy, okay? But so it has been a tough year, but I've made it up to now. I'm appreciative to God for that. Thank you to everybody who has listened to this podcast up to now. Thank you to everybody who has supported me during this year. Thank you to everybody who has called to ask me like how I am doing. And whenever I post something that they're like, hey, they're concerned, they reach out, they text, they call. Thank you. Everybody who has helped me in one way or the other, just thank you, thank you. Everybody has given me an opportunity. Everybody who has tried to just be there for me in one way or another, thank you so much. I think I'm going to wish a Merry Christmas as early as now. The holidays are beginning from today is the 29th. So tomorrow is the 30th, and I think that's the last day of this month, if I'm not mistaken. So after that, we are starting December, and so the holiday season is beginning. So have happy holidays. I hope you enjoy yourselves. I hope you enjoy your time with your family if you are going to have them, or you have the privilege to spend the Christmas holidays with them. I don't think I'll be able to this year again. I won't be spending the holidays with my grandma, but I'll be alone. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to be alone on Christmas Day. I even already thought about it. I just want to wake up in the morning and watch Christmas movies. I sort of want to recreate my childhood Christmases, like how I would wake up and there'll be, I don't know why, R&B music on Metro FM, like in the morning, early in the morning before the Christmas movies began. I want to do that this year. So even if it's putting KBC, even if it's tuning onto KBC to watch like a Christmas movie or KTN or NTV or Citizen, I don't know. As long as it's not those ones like, well, cartoon or anime or whatever, I just want to watch Christmas movies on that day. Maybe eat something good, I don't know. But I just want to chill and be by myself. I don't know why, but it's a thought that already came into mind. I wish I could have, like money to spare to buy like a Christmas tree, even if it's a small one, decorate my house a little bit because I've always wanted to decorate my house for the holidays. But those things are expensive, yeah. And the money I get nowadays always has something to do. But I wish I could. But so that's like my plan for Christmas Day. But I wish that you're going to celebrate with your family and you're going to be happy. And I wish you all the best. I hope that you thank God for this year. If you had resolutions, I hope that you have achieved them. If you have not, I hope that you started at least working on them. And then you can just push them to next year. And maybe those will be amongst the first ones that you finish for next year. And then you'll set up new ones. Next year, I don't know if I'll start new resolutions. Again, I just feel like I'm going to leave it on God again, Because me planning for the future, I usually plan for things and God watches and laughs. So I just stop planning. I live for the day. I live for the moment. I live like for now. For this second, I live for now. I go to bed and I pray and I wake up in the morning and I'm awake and I'm like, okay, Asante Mungu for the night. So this is another day. Every moment I get into the bathroom and I come out, I'm like, okay, thank you. Because you never know. I go downstairs and I come back, I'm like, okay, thank you. Because you never know. So I never plan anything ahead nowadays. Although I like knowing the ends of things, but I stop planning because, well, my life I plan it and God laughs at me. And then whatever I wanted to achieve from whatever I was planning, it ends up becoming the opposite. So I stop planning. And if I plan, it's something that I know, like no matter what happens, it can still be achievable. So yeah, I hope that you have achieved your resolutions. And the ones that you haven't, please finish them next year. Tafadhali, start with those ones. As for me, no resolutions. But yeah, I've lived this far and I'm grateful to God and I'll continue pushing. Somebody called me resilient, and I'm like, okay, because I'm tired of being God's strongest soldier, but I move on because I said I'm a coward. I can't take the easy way out. Sometimes I wish I could, but I can't. So I'm just waiting on God's timing. And I hope that if you're going through something similar like me, that you're waiting on God's timing too. But while you're waiting, you're doing a couple of things because I take for granted that what I do on this podcast is actually work. I don't consider it as work because it does not pay me yet. And because it does not pay me, like the time I take to record, to edit, I usually take it like it's nothing. But it is work. I call it work. Like if you ask me what do you do for work, I'll be like I'm a podcaster. Even though I have nothing to show for it. But yeah, this is my work. This is my job. And now the baking and stuff. So I hope you're going to be happy. Please make orders because I started a business. Mimi's Pastry Treats. Please order your cupcakes. Please order your, brownies, your cookies, your pound cakes, tea scones, and stuff like that. Like the simple things. I haven't gone to the big ones, but I'm starting small and maybe it will grow to be a bigger thing. Please make your orders. I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah, because I just want to wish you a happy holidays. If you have not watched the past episodes, go back and watch them. I think I'll just be posting like some of my favorite episodes from the past, the coming Saturday, Wednesdays and Saturdays until next year. I don't know. Maybe I'll be sharing that on my WhatsApp and my Insta and my Facebook so that just to remind people to go and watch them. I don't know. Or if I'll really, be able to write, I'll post that as well. I don't know. I really don't know what this coming month is going to be like, but I hope it's going to be better than even the rest of the year that has passed. Because, and I don't know what is happening. It's like I'm running towards something. The past, I think, 2 weeks, the week begins like on Monday, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, I wake up in the morning and I feel like it's like Saturday or Sunday. And I don't know why. Today, as I record this, I'm saying it's Friday. I'll say it's Friday because I'm still on the day that I woke up on Friday, but we're already past midnight, so it's already Saturday. But I woke up and I thought that it was like Sunday, and it was Friday. And I've had those moments the past couple of days and last week as well. So I don't know. I just hope that maybe something big might happen before the year ends. You never know, because life can just surprise you sometimes when you least expect it. But anyway, anything that comes, anything that happens, I'll take it in stride and I'll move on, glorifying the name of the Lord and stuff. So there's nothing else I can do. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Have a happy holiday season. Remember to watch the videos from start to end. Don't start and then stop at second 3. Start and finish the videos tafadhali. 3 minutes in is not watching the entire thing. Just watch the entire thing. I told you, put it on play and do your thing. the way you could be watching other podcasts. It's funny that sometimes I'll go on social media and I see people saying like, oh, I watch podcasts, blah, 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 blah. And I know they're not some of the people who watch mine. Because if I call them and ask them, oh, did you watch mine? They will not say they did. They won't even know the title of what was there. But they watch other podcasts. So I'm like, is it because you know me and you're used to my voice and you don't consider what I say to be, I don't know, important, or what is it? I don't know, but it's okay. Wacha niachie hapo. Be careful. Remember not to drink and drive. Remember to eat and drink responsibly. And let's meet back here next year, January 3rd, inshallah. Okay? And in the meantime, as I said, watch the previous episodes. Whichever one you liked, go back to it and watch it and listen to it. And yeah, we'll get back to this in January. Okay, so do not start texting me and asking me, where is the episode today? Where is the episode? I'm telling you right now, the whole of December, we won't have episodes coming out. But I'll be posting on Wednesdays and Saturdays episodes that I loved through the year that has been. Okay, so yeah, remember to please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so that whenever I upload something new, you're going to be amongst the first people to come and watch. And I'll be really, really grateful. Okay, bye bye now. Love you.